You don't need a job offer. You can sponsor yourself, by yourself, for yourself. And also, you can relocate with your family. And within 5 years, you are eligible to apply for your indefinite leave to remain. This is a self-sponsorship route, and you need all of the information to know how to go about this. In this video, I'm going to share with you now. I'm going to show you everything you need to know, the requirements, how to go about it, every information, detailed information about this. So, guys, I want to encourage you to stay tuned and watch this video. If you have anybody in the UK, if you have anybody outside the UK that is interested in this process, please do just share this information with them. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. First of all, I want to say thank you to my regular subscribers. Thank you guys for coming over to watch my video and over again. Thank you for your likes, for your comments, for your shares. Thank you so very much. And now, if you're seeing my face for the very first time, my name is Okbayemi and I want to welcome you here. If you're coming for the very first time, I share information that has to do with relocation abroad, scholarship abroad, any location, anything that has to do with growth and development, faith, lifestyle, and several other things I do on this channel. It is not location restricted, so you can always get information across different locations, across different countries. So if these are the content you like to hear, please, I will encourage you to please do subscribe to this YouTube channel, and definitely I'm sure you're going to definitely get value for your subscription. So stay tuned with me on today's video. Not everyone knows about this pathway, about this route, but I'm going to share the information here with you. Okay, so first of all, I want to encourage you to explore this route. You can explore it, please. You can explore it. It is legal. It is not an illegal route. It is a legal route. So I will encourage you to explore it. So you don't have a minimum investment requirement. There is no minimum investment requirement for this process. No amount of money before you can start. Unlike the innovation visa requires that you have about £50,000 before you can start. But this does not require any amount before you can start it. You can start with what you have as long as your intention is genuine. So I'm just going to show you everything you need in this video. Now, self sponsorship is like I said, it is not a visa. It is just a route. It is not a visa. So then it is the combination of two UK immigration category. It is just a route. It is not a visa. I've mentioned that. Okay, so it is just a combination of two UK immigration category. Also, it started in December 2020, and that's about how many years ago? Now, 3 years plus ago. So now there are three steps to this process. Please, I need you to listen closely, please. The first step is that you have to incorporate your company. You have to incorporate your company. Now, this process is for somebody who has genuine intention to run a business in the UK. So, step one, you have to incorporate your company. Two, you have to get a sponsor license for your own company. Step three, you need to sponsor yourself to work for your own company. So you have to sponsor yourself. So those are the three steps. First one, you have to incorporate your company. Two, you have to get a sponsor license for your own company. Then three, then you now sponsor yourself to work for your own company. So because you choose to work for your own company, it is then called the self-sponsorship route. I hope that is clear. I need to say this again. This route is not for everyone. It is only for people who has a genuine business they want to run in the UK. So you are more likely to qualify for this immigration process if you have a genuine business. Yeah, it can be any kind of business. So now there is a comparison between the innovation visa and the self-sponsorship visa. Now I'm just going to share very quickly the difference between these two. Now, one of the differences is that the innovation visa, your business has to be an innovative one. That has to be scalable and viable business. Secondly, you need an endorsement from the recognized endorsing body. But for self-sponsorship route, any business is qualified. Any business. So it's different from the innovation visa. It is different. Now, so the type of business you can do, like I said, you can do any type of business. You can do the food business. If you're into consulting, yeah, you can do your consulting business. If you are an online business owner, you can also run your business online. You can also relocate via this route. For online business owners, you are the boss. So you need to be in that place. You have to be in the country, in the place where your business is running. That is what this means. So for online business owners, it could be a bit tricky. So you have to be in the country to run the business, and then you can take the business to the next level since you are the boss of the business. So there has to be a genuine reason if you can run the business from abroad. That is for the online business owners now. Because if you can run it from abroad, of course, the home office will ask you, if you can run your business from abroad, why come to UK? Do you understand? So you should be able. So if you can run it from abroad, then they will tell you why do you have to travel. So you need to provide a concrete explanation that is quite convincing to the home office, so that you can be, given this chance. So you run a business online, but you want to come to UK. Do you need it? No. Then you should give us a viable reason, a convincing reason to say, okay, yes, because of these reasons, you can be in the UK to run your online business. Also, no restriction to any business whatsoever. No restriction to any business whatsoever. I can tell you that even I begin to think about it. If you're a fashion designer or you are an hairstylist, all these things, as long as you have what it takes to do this business and all the criteria, if you'd listen to you, I'll give you all the information here, the details information here as regards the requirements. I mean the eligibility requirements. Now I'm going to once you qualify for these things, you can apply. It's for anybody, because the UK government is giving all of this visa because they believe that one way or the other you are improving the economy of the country. So they know on the long run you would be an employer of of employee. So it means you'd recruit people into your business. So it means, of course, you would definitely be a plus to the economy. So that is why they are giving this kind of opportunity. So please stay tuned. Let's listen and watch this together. So another interesting part is that there are two processes involved. It's more of a sponsored licensed and a skilled worker visa. Those are the two in one. Let me put it that way. It's two in one. That is the sponsored license and of course the skilled worker visa. So one need to pass. Now these are the requirements now. These are the requirements. First of all, the number one requirement is that you have to pass the English language test. Yes, that is very crucial. Now, the reason English language requirement test is very crucial is because, of course, they expect you to be able to communicate with your prospective customers or even your current customers. Should be able to relate with them, communicate with them. Yeah, a good communication skill. So they want to know how good. So you don't really need too much or high band score to show it. Okay, for example, now for your whole ET, if you're using whole ET, you just need the B1 level. You need your B1 level for this process. If you are using high ELTS, all you need is a band 4 in all your modules. For your speaking, for your listening, for your writing, and for your reading, all you need is band 4. And if you're coming from an English speaking country, then you are exempted. There are quite exemptions for people coming from English speaking countries. So let me talk about other requirements now. So you also have to have genuine intention. It has to be genuine. You have to have genuine intention. You are coming to run business. That is the genuine intention. So then you also need investment criteria. Now, what are the investment criteria? A lot of people will ask, how much money do I need to invest? Of course, I know it's an important question, but personally, let me ask you this question. How much do you think you need to run your business? This is a question you can answer by yourself. Oh, I think I will need so amount. You can have a list of what you need. Know how much you need to do it to run this business. Now, you need to consider the fact that this is United Kingdom and the cost of living is quite, on the high side. So you need to consider you relocating. Maybe you're relocating with yourself alone, or you're relocating with your family. You need to consider the, um, you know, the cost of living here in the UK. No minimum route in terms of money. Okay, for example, if you're coming to run a university, for example, you need about £2 million. Then if you're coming previously on the previous entrepreneur visa, you need to have about £200,000. So if you think you can run a business with £25,000, you're good to go. There's no specific amount of money for this process. So if you start a business with about £25,000 and you have a good, you know, start, and you can generate revenues, then you can pay yourself salary. That's the plan. So when you pay yourself salary, you can, pay expenses as long as the business is genuine, it's credible, and then you can qualify for this program. As simple as that. So nothing more complicated than this. Now, the challenge a lot of people have been facing, either you are in the UK or you are overseas, whatever country you are, the challenge that a lot of people are facing now is the fact that they need to, establish a company. You need to register your company. So if you are in the overseas and you want to register a company, that could be quite challenging. Now, it is not quite very challenging registering your company compared to when you now want to get the sponsor license. So if you want to get the sponsor license, then you need a key person in the UK. That is where the challenge is. So to do that, you need a key person. So it's becoming complex now because of course it's been 3 years plus. Then the challenge, of course, if you have been following my videos before now, you would have seen that since the immigration rule has been, getting, tough, and the immigration route is becoming tightened up. A lot of, the government has been looking into other routes to see how they can cut or reduce net migration. So it has made this route as well a more, tasking, more demanding, so to say. But the fact is, once you have somebody in the UK, a key person in the UK, you are good to go. So it's becoming complex now because more than 3 years, and you might have to, face the home office asking questions when you are not even in the country. So you need a key person. That's a major part. Once you have a key person, of course, you are good to go. If peradventure you are able to register your company, but you are not in the UK, by the time you want to get your sponsor license, then you begin to face the challenge. It begins to look like, how do you plan to do it? You are not in the country, you registered, you need a sponsor license. Now they begin to question your role. They begin to question your role, and they begin to see that your role is not genuine. Then of course they'll begin to think, are you sure you're coming to the business, or you're only trying to, facilitate your coming into the UK? It's become quite, that's the challenge. So you need to satisfy the requirement of genuineness, and also to get a network of strategy partners to establish your company. Now, I know there are people who help people to register company. As a matter of fact, registering company if you're in the UK is not difficult. It's not difficult. As long as you're in the UK, you can register a company. As a matter of fact, from the comfort of your home. So it's not difficult registering a company if you are within the UK. But you need a link of, strategic partners, people that can, support the process for you, that can be available for you to register your company and all of that. So once you have that in line, no problem. You may also need to, you may also need a network of strategy, a network of strategy or partners that can act as an authorizing officer or key person. I just told you, you just need a key person. Then you can act as authorizing officer. Okay, yeah, you need an authorizing officer or a key person to meet the requirement of sponsor license application. So when you want to apply for the sponsor license, you can register the company, like I said, even if you are in the overseas, you are not in the UK. But when it is time to get a sponsor license, you need somebody that can stand for you as a key person to show that, okay, I am here, I want to get the sponsor license of the company that I have registered. I don't know if you understand, because it's a requirement for that application, for that license application. So of course, if you need assistance with organization that can help from the start to the finishing end, of course I know this organization exists, genuine organization that are real. Of course, such service will not be rendered for free. You definitely pay for that service rendered. But definitely some people do that to assist people. They just, they get the key person for you. You don't have to do anything. Just wait for them to get your feedback. They just end you link, apply, do necessary things to just guide you through. So it's not something difficult, but of course you have to pay for that service. So like I said, and then a lot of people will ask, what's the minimum amount needed to start this process? It's not huge. You don't need a lot of money. Now, it's a developed country. So you need to bear in mind that the cost of living is high. So you don't need so much money. So once you put the consideration in mind, of considering that, okay, the cost of living is high, if I'm coming with myself, you know how much you need between 6 to 12 months. So we are coming with your family. You should also have it in mind that, okay, we are coming into this place to start a business or to run a business, to run a company. If the business is going to, bring revenue, you'd start eating profit to revenue within a short time. Awesome. But you need to put in mind, okay, between 6 to 12 months, you should be able to have what will help you, stay in the UK, considering the, cost of living here. Just for the reminder, on this route, you can relocate with your dependent. So when I say dependent, it is, I mean, your wife and your children below the age of 18. Below the age of 18, you can relocate on this route. Then, um, so they must consider the high cost of living. I mentioned that. I'm just trying to make sure that I don't go out of my point that I've already put down for you. So, okay, so personally, I would just feel that, okay, with £40, £40,000 to £50,000, you should be able to live comfortably for that period of time. You should be able to live comfortably for that period of time. So, of course, don't forget you need a business plan. Yeah, you need a good business plan. So you don't just come into the country and you become like, what am I doing? Have a good business plan. Know how you want to run your business. Okay, so you need to pay yourself salary. It's a must. So if you're coming with your family and everybody is going to be part of the business, I'm just saying, it means you have to pay yourself salary. That is especially for you and your wife, since you are, are running the business. So do you need to pay for salary? Because it's a company, and company here pay taxes. So you definitely have to pay yourself salary, and that's the minimum of £40,000 per year. Minimum for each person, £40,000 per year. So it means, of course, it will be obvious that you are paying yourself. Of course, you are paying yourself, but it has to also show that you are paying necessary, dues. You are paying completion tax, you are paying the national insurance, you are paying the HMRC tax, the income tax, and so on and so forth. As individual, you have the one you have to pay. Then if your company is registered, of course you have to pay the income tax. However, I need to mention that this is not to make the old sin bogus and conspicuous. This is an additional information. If you want to relocate through this route, the country does not expect that you start making the money instanta and you start, paying tax. No, you would have to grow your income to a particular, height before you begin to pay tax. So it's not immediately you get here you pay tax. No, it's legal. It's normal that they want you. Of course, they don't expect that you come here you start paying tax immediately. No, they expect that you go through the growth process to a particular extent before you. In fact, I think there's a barrier. So when you've made a profit to a particular amount, that's when you can start paying tax, and that's a lot of ladder to grow. So you'll be able to stabilize yourself before you start paying tax. But there's other bills you can pay. But really, doing all of these things is not difficult. It's not difficult. So if you think you have money, you have information to ask, or you have comment to make, you want to react to this, maybe you have other inquiries you want to make, guys, please just feel free to message me in the comment section. Feel free to message me in the comment section. I'm going to be there to react to you. So guys, this is just the end of today's video. If this I know this information is quite very much valuable, so please don't watch this video without liking, without giving a comment. Even if it is thank you, even if it is nice one, just give a comment. Leave a comment, and please don't forget to share the people around you. Somebody around you just needs this opportunity. This is a in fact, as a matter of fact, I was going to bring somebody here to talk to us about this process. I mean, the person that has benefited through this process. Yes, with family. So I know the person personally. So it's not from research. Somebody I know personally. So guys, but of course, I'm not able to bring the person up today. Maybe subsequent days. But this is just the process. Don't forget to share, subscribe to this YouTube channel, and let YouTube also recommend this video to other viewers. So thank you guys for watching. I'm going to see you again in my next video. Love you all. Bye.